Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm actually in the middle of a thought. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started on the first timer where everyone trickles in and gets their coffee and gets settled because I need to finish writing down the thing that's in my brain while it's still there because otherwise it'll leave. It does that from time to time. So we're just going to go ahead and get a timer going. There we go. And I'm going to get this done. Everyone trickle in, get your caffeine, and let's rock and roll. Okay. I actually really like that one. I like the timers that fade into the distance instead of blaring an alarm because they're less likely to make me jump out of my seat, basically. Oh, our Miss Melody Relody is here. Hello, my darling. How are your studies going? How's everything working for you? Sorry we had to sort of launch into a straight into a sprint right off the bat. I actually kind of like that, but I know people like to chat first. But I needed to write down this thing about gene silencing because I don't understand gene silencing or how exactly I'm supposed to do that with my cells after I've already exposed them to training agents. Basically, I'm doing science this week and I don't know how. So this will be fun. It might also mean that my Sunday streams are going to become less of a thing. Potentially, I might not end up streaming in May, depending on this project, because it's going to require a lot of lab time and a lot of data analysis. And the data analysis was the thing that was basically melting my computer. So, sent a draft of my dissertation to my tutor on Friday. Took Saturday off, as well you should. I mean, I know it's funny because people are like, weekends. And I'm like, yeah, that's not a thing when you're in grad school. Weekends aren't a thing. Uh, I do try and take Saturdays off, though. I don't always succeed. Yesterday, I was mostly going over notes, but I took a partial day off. And then today, I actually spent 2 hours outside working on my notes in the sun to try and get some color into this pale, lifeless skin of mine. Now I'm planning my last normal essay of my undergraduate. Okay. Undergrad! No, but yeah, homework's not or weekends aren't a thing for us. Weekends aren't a thing for us. They're just an opportunity to get ahead. Uh, um, I'm still in the same position that I was before, where I have many exciting things to talk about that I'm not allowed to talk about. So, and it's endlessly frustrating, but I can say that I'm now on a task force at my lab, so we're hoping to get what we're working on sort of put together and then put to publication. And once it gets put to publication, I'll be allowed to talk about it more. So, I know. At that point, I did some knitting yesterday, a potion bottle strap for my D&D cosplay. Very cool. No. Yeah, the task force, you have no idea how excited these nerds are. Like, my professor is absolutely through the moon with what we're finding. But yeah, no, I may not stream in May. I am going to try to order a new computer because this lovely arrangement in front of me, who I don't dare insult in case it decides to turn off, is not up for the task of handling what I'm putting it through. So if I can get a new computer, maybe, but it's all that. And I started playing not D&D, but Mutant Hour Zero or Year Zero. I don't know. It's also a role play game. We've been playing via Zoom with a bunch of other nerds, so that's been cool. It's been very, very cool. I'm excited. My character is a chameleon named Fitzgerald, who talks in the third person and whose secret skill set is rambling awkwardly at strangers until they walk away. So, yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. Okay, so we're getting things done, sort of, mostly. Does anyone want to put in a request for a timer, either time or theme? We're doing some, I know we were doing baby animals. Good morning, Jabria. How are you doing? Oh, I haven't seen you guys in a while. I feel like there's all these new faces. I hopped in toward the end. I was just reading some poetry aloud to see what's a change and such. Good morning, Just Eva. For the record, Just Eva, I always get really confused when people say your name in chats of other live streams because I think they're talking to me. And they're like, no, no, they're not. They're not. Yeah, getting there. Okay. Trying to drag myself and the pup out of bed. Baby aminals! Okay, we'll do some baby aminals. And no, I cannot say animals when we're talking about uh, babies because it's not possible. It's just not possible. You must say baby aminals. Whoa. All right. Okay, let's get some cuteness going. We've got our caffeine, or at least I've got my caffeine. If you don't have caffeine, procure some caffeine. Give a little stretch before we start this so that we don't end up like keyboard goblins. Yep, and that just crunched up my shirt. Make sure you hydrate or dihydrate, save as you go, do all of the things, get all of the words, and as always, I will see you guys on the other side. All right, guys. Let me make that stop singing in my ear. Ha ha ha. Okay, I'm doing okay. I am getting things done. Trying to write out the protocols for my science experiment for this week, which is tricky because of the missing information. There are things that we want to try that we may not have the chemical agents in time. So, and there are other things that I just don't know how to do yet. But I'm filling in the gaps and then working around the rest. So let me know how you guys did. Oh, sorry. If you hear a popping noise, I swear it's not my spine, it's just my chair. We got it for like 40 kroner at a Lopez, so it's like not that expensive and therefore slightly falling apart. You know, just the same old, same old. Okay, Jabri is cleaning out slash organizing my fridge. Very good. I always end up with, does anyone else end up with this? You know, when you buy a jar of something that you think you're going to use in a bunch of recipes, and then like 2 years later, you've only used 2 tablespoons of it, and you're like, I'm not going to use it, but I don't want to throw away food. So then you just end up with this jar of goo for the next year. It's especially bad when they don't go bad because then you're really stuck with it. Melody was semi-productive. Okay. You're working on the outline for your last essay, right? So it's a lot of brainstorming shenanigans, I would imagine. I always take a while to figure out how I want my thoughts to work before they go on paper, but I know some people have like a system. I don't, but some people do. Tiny Scribe ordering some coffee and breakfast. Oh yeah, breakfast. Yeah, it's 3:40 in the afternoon here. So breakfast is not a thing here. We're closer to dinner than breakfast, but man, breakfast sounds good. I would kill for some like American pancakes because Swedish pancakes are super thin. They're like crepes, which is fine, but sometimes you just want a big fat fluffy pancake, you know? All right, just got up, started putting laundry away. Okay, see, we're all getting things done. I love getting things done on a Sunday because it feels like I'm cheating. And then I feel so much more put together on Monday. Like I just feel like I've got a handle on it. I've had some thoughts. I know what I'm getting things done. Procrastinating and productive. My specialty, lol. I see. So it's like doing the laundry to avoid doing something else. That's the only reason I ever put laundry away is when I'm avoiding something else. That's my laundry. And it's not dirty laundry either. That's clean laundry that I have not bothered to put away yet. Or ever. You know. It's mostly socks. It's not like it's going anywhere. But it does mean that my dirty laundry is sitting on the floor somewhere. Okay. We seem to be rocking and rolling, guys. What do we think? Should we just go straight into another one? At this rate, we're gonna get 3 sprints done before the hour is up, which quite frankly is borderline insane for me, but you know what? Other people manage to do it. Other people manage to get things done super productively. I'm not normally one of those, but other people do. Okay, what are we thinking? I'm gonna get another timer pulled up. Hopefully without, I'm okay with music. I don't know about you guys, but like sometimes lyrics get me out of things. So I prefer things with lo-fi, but I think that's just a decision we have to make. I feel too cozy and chill. I beat myself up for not doing enough. Just, you know what? Like, I call shenanigans, you know? Taking a break and actually enjoying your life, that that is being productive. Like you don't have to use every single minute of every single day to get stuff done. But I find like there's this really toxic productivity hustle culture out there where they're like, you must do all of the things. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to. So I'm not gonna. Like you at some point you have to actually take time off yourself and like actually be able to do it in a way that works for you, you know? Oh, Mama Ward is here. Hello, hello. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not into lyrics. I wish there was a way to find that out before these things start. I used to have a list of them ahead of time. That would be a great thread. Just all of the author tubers put up all of their timers. That would be awesome. Okay, I think I found one. Mm, and like, yeah, if you want to take a break. But the other thing is like, I don't know if this is just me, but do you ever feel like actually taking the break and then still thinking about all the things you have to do almost makes it so that like the break doesn't count. But like if you can actually just dedicate yourself to the break, you feel so much better at the end of it. And then you can actually feel like you can get stuff done at the end. I find timers helps with that, but yeah, it's a lot of self guilt, toxic hustle culture shenanigans that we need to deprogram ourselves of. Words are hard right now. Yes, self care is very, very important. I will bribe myself with productive self care. Like, I will take an afternoon off eating ice cream on the porch in the sun and watching Sherlock because it's one of the few shows I get here in English now that I actually like. I was very excited when I started getting episodes of Sherlock. Not the UK version, the slightly crappier American version called Elementary. But I do that knowing that then at 7 o'clock at night, I'm going to spend a couple more hours going over my notes. And it's like, I'm okay taking the break because I know I'm going to spend time later. But at the same time, I will happily accept spending time later if it means I get to sit in the sun and eat my ice cream and watch Elementary, you know? I think I'm just bribing myself. Yeah. We just have to out logic our own programming. Spiraling over deadlines while I was trying to rest and have a good day. Yeah, that's recharge and relax. Two different things. Oh, you got that from Arcade Gold? That getting stuff done is often my recharge. I actually understand that, especially with like with the laundry thing. When you can knock a couple of easy things off your checklist, sometimes it gives you like a boost. And then you're like, I feel better, you know? Like I got some stuff done. For me, it's domestic stuff, but also tidying my desk. And I have found that the way to make myself do it is which way do I turn? These lovely babies. I finally bit the bullet and got myself wireless headsets so that the cord doesn't drag through my lab samples because I don't want these covered in tuberculosis. Because no. So, like getting some music going and getting stuff done feels amazing. But sometimes you actually do have to just take a chill pill and relax. I grew up into adulthood in the do it all, be it all culture of the 80s, and I still fall into the trap. Yes, it is a trap. It is a trap. It is, I feel like we're getting better at getting a real balance, but it's a constant process. You know, and society keeps swinging too far one way or the other. So I think it's just a constant teeter totter. And as long as what you're trying to do is you want the teeter totter to not be going like this. You want to get to a place where the teeter totter is doing this, you know? Where sometimes you're working a little too much and guilting yourself for not resting, and sometimes you're taking too much rest because that also happens. Us tricking ourselves into saying that, oh, we deserve this because we worked hard yesterday, but really we just don't want to get out of bed, or we want to play Merge Dragons for another 40 minutes, which I do way too much, so I had to delete it from my phone. But yeah, so you want the teeter-totter to do this. You don't want the teeter-totter to do this, because that's how you burn out. It's not bribery, it's called self-care payment. I'm using that term from now on, self-care payments. I'm gonna end up down a rabbit hole here. So we are gonna we're gonna get back to it, and then we can reward ourselves with our self-care payment and have a nice little bit of social interaction afterwards. Everyone, make sure you are drinking water. Make sure you give yourself a nice stretch so that you don't completely ruin your spine. Save as you go, and I will see you on the other side. All right. Oh, oh. Sorry, my caffeine has stopped working, so I might use our next sprint to go and get some to keep me moving because I'm actually doing pretty good. Um, so the funny thing is, basically, I'm filling out the procedures that I need for my experiment next week. But the interesting part about that is typically these sorts of notebooks are very clean and crisp and professional, and that doesn't work with my brain. So, like, I'm kind of bujoing up my science journal, you know? But it works for me, and it's helping me to keep everything on track. And quite frankly, that's all that I really care about. I need to make sure I'm adding the right thing in the right place at the right time. And if anyone has a problem with my highlighter boxes, they can use someone else's protocol. Our schedules and routines. I missed a little bit of the chat here while we were going in the sprint, so I'm just backtracking a little while you guys fill me in on how you're doing. Our schedules and routines are so traditional at the moment. I'd say I'm unbalanced with too much rest. Getting stuff done refills the well, being necessary in days where rest is plentiful. Yeah, I get that. That's sort of the problem we've all been having with like working from home is like feeling being able to separate those two things. That's why working in an office does help a lot of people, or having a designated workspace, because it feels like you're not ever really resting or not ever really getting anything done. And separating those two in our minds, if we aren't able to do so physically, is really key. Went through a few years in the 90s. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. Worked for 50 weeks and then 2 weeks off. That's still what when I was in high school in the 2000s, that's still sort of what they taught you was that when you were looking at jobs and things like, oh, yeah, you work for 50 weeks and you get 2 weeks off if you're lucky. It was basically the sort of sum of it. Yeah, straight back. The productivity grinder is cruel. Yeah. It was almost a decade before they realized that was really bad for people, both mentally and physically, because 2 weeks is only enough time to start decompressing and not enough time to actually de stress. I'm very lucky in the fact that Sweden takes its breaks very seriously, and they are fiercely protective of time off. Like, work-life balance is incredibly important here. So it's interesting because, like, I missed a phone call from my boss the other day, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was taking a walk, I didn't have reception." And she was like, "Oh no, that's great. Yeah, it was beautiful weather. I walks are great, get that vitamin D, step away from the computer screen." And I was like, "Oh." I was expecting her to be upset that I missed the call, but no, she was like, "Yeah, walks are great." I'm like, "Okay." The mister has been home since February. It felt like what I imagine retirement feel like, but only in the past couple of weeks. Yeah. Yeah, being everyone in the same house is interesting. It's weird because we have a toddler, so retirement would be cool and all, but we got a while. Rare moment is being all together. Yeah, it's interesting too because I have a lot of friends here who. So here's the funny thing. Most of my friends here in Multala are considerably younger than me, so they all want to go out and party, or at least that's how it was. I show up this year moving here in the middle of the pandemic, and not only is no one going out because of the pandemic, but they're all pregnant. So like the one time we had a girls' night in at someone's house, they were all just sitting around, and then at like 9:45, the girl whose apartment we were at was like, "Okay, I'm gonna kick you all out now. Good night." And I was like, "Yes, bed by 10. This is awesome." But yeah, so this whole being all together, now they're kind of almost enjoying it because they've had babies and they're home and they get to spend time with the kids. But there's a limit to that before you need to figure out what normal is. And I get really tired of saying that, but we need normal. We crave routine, and right now we don't have that. Yes. Hey, Devasia! Hello, Miss Grape Fry. How are you doing? Oh, when are you streaming, by the way? I've lost complete track of everybody's schedules. mostly because a lot of you guys are streaming at 4 o'clock in the morning my time. But I know that I missed most of the 10K melanated write-a-thon. That was this weekend, right? I think it was yesterday, but it started at like 4 a.m. my time, or maybe it's no, wait, that would mean it's still going this. I've forgotten how time zones work. But the 10K a day melanated write-a-thon and poetry slam was going on recently, so that was very cool. And I've completely lost track of when everyone's streaming. 335 words from an award converting a single paragraph about a genius child's problem with her public school teachers and her mother who just wants her to act normal. She's about to run away from a fifth grade field trip and hide in the university library for a 3-day weekend and found by a physicist who later gets guardianship of her. This sounds like the premise for a Disney movie. Not gonna lie. It sounds cool, but it sounds like the premise for a Disney movie. Like, that's how it starts, right? And then you end up with some kind of like weird science experiment between the two or something like that. Now I kind of want to watch that Disney movie. My brain's going through a mental catalog of kids movies because, like, you need to let me know when you're done though, because I want to read more of that. Okay. All right. So we are doing pretty good for time here. I'm just going to launch us straight into another so that we can rock and roll. Get all of the shenanigans done. I'm thinking I'm going to have us use the Among Us timer. We haven't done that one in a while. So that's not too bad. Oh, I'm going to go with that one. Hopefully there's not an alarm or a ad in the beginning. Usually is. I hate that. What did I miss? Argument with her first grade teacher. I don't want Photoshop. Thank you. Argument with her first grade teacher. The sky is translucent, not blue. Sharks don't have bones. Women are not from Venus. The atmosphere will cremate you. Ah, I love that. I love that. Wait, sharks don't have bones? Oh no, they have cartilage, don't they? Okay. Need to get my facts straight here. Stream by myself. Okay, 9:30. So a half after I started today. So it's 3:30 in the afternoon on Mondays. Okay, I can actually do that. All right, party at Grape Fries tomorrow afternoon. Well, afternoon my time. 9:30 a.m. her time. And yes, in honor of Bailey. I keep missing Bailey's Twitches, and I always feel so bad because the Twitches are like, it's just a time difference thing. I'm always out of sync with everybody else. They're usually like right in my lunch break, so I'm sort of like not on the computer, and then by the time I get back to a computer, it's ending, and I'm like, no. But yes, we will get the things done. Party at Great Fries tomorrow. Great Fry, we're crashing your stream. Just a heads up. Get a stretch. Take a little walk away from the computer. With all this talk about grind culture and hustle culture, I kind of want to bring back the whole productive self-care. So if you need to take a little step away from the computer, like I'm going to do, then just do me a favor and think about doing a favor for future you. Just go ahead and take care of something that future you will appreciate not having to worry about. In my case, it's getting caffeine and probably putting away the basket of socks that's been sitting there for about a week. But it might be like checking your inbox or just taking out the trash. So while we're doing this next sprint, if you do want to step away from your computer and take a little time, look at something that's not a screen, maybe actually get some sunlight, just while you're on your way, try and think of a favor that you can do for your future self, okay? Just be kind to yourself. I totally get it. I'm out of sync with people in my own time zone. Yeah. T- Daily rhythms are hard. Time zones make it harder. But no, we're going to do the things. We're going to be kind to ourselves. We're going to get the words. And I will see you on the other side. Okay.
Okay. As soon as I can find the tab, I think that's our time up. Oh, I'm always terrible because I've got like legitimately probably 12 tabs open at any given point for the different resources that I need. I'm always really bad about trying to find out where the music's coming from and then finding my way back to the stream. It's always a struggle. It's fine. I'll figure it out. And yes, Mama Ward, did you get your mile? Did you get your mile? Did you get your mile? I miss having an elliptical. That was what I did when I actually went to the gym, but I don't do that here. I do have a kickboxing bag down in the basement that I don't use as often as I want to. I want to use it twice a week. I end up using it every week or every other week, but it does give a great workout. Everyone streams in the evening or at night when I want to sleep. Yeah, it's hard to balance schedules. When I went on my year abroad to Vancouver, Canada, it was so weird to finally be in the same time zone as all my friends for once. Like things happen in the daytime, not at night. Yes. Yes. No, that is a real big struggle because I found a whole bunch of people that I really liked watching their streams when I was in Florida. Because the time zones are so off, those people are now not streaming when I'm like awake and functional. So I'm having to find more European centered streamers. And you know what? It's one of these days we need to do a European stream like relay. Just go through all of us because there's a few of us. There's actually quite a few of us here in Sweden. Um, Me, the nerdy book nerd, Marcus, Steak, is that his name? Steak Drydal or Deerdal? I've never heard him pronounce his last name, so I don't know. But he's also in Sweden, North Sweden, I think, but Sweden. So there's three of us just in Sweden, and then you've got the Naked Firefly,
I could picture the book cover in my head, but for some reason her YouTube name just completely escaped me. She's in Germany, so there's a lot of us here. We're just spread out, you know? Okay, the words we're calling, but you got 433 words. That's pretty dang good. That is pretty dang good. Yes, please. I need more European streamers. I started running my own in the morning, so I'm actually productive. Oh, you're streaming now? Wait, are you streaming on Twitch or YouTube? Twitch or YouTube? I'm still new to Twitch. I feel like an old person saying this, but I'm still trying to figure out the new platforms. I still don't understand Discord. I don't. Everyone's all like, Discord, and I'm like, it's a bunch of chat rooms with subfolders, and I'm confused. But I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm slowly learning Twitch. Devin Cutting has a TY, I'm assuming that's YouTube playlist of daily write-in streams. Oh, they do. Okay. Devin Cutting. If anyone has the link to that, that would be phenomenal. Because, okay, I'm on their channel. Oh, there we go. Okay. Why have I not been subscribed to you before? This is crazy. Why do I not know this person exists? Yeah, about like all of the kids talking about their new apps, and we're just here like, I don't understand. On Twitch, I'll invest more time in it after my disso stuff. Okay, so you're streaming on Twitch. I don't think I know your Twitch handle, do I? Is it the same? Is it the same handle? Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Aiming to stream Camp Nano for July. Okay. On the one hand, I always want to stream when camp's going on because I do still enjoy writing, and on the other hand, I feel like I kind of shouldn't because like you've seen with these streams, I started off writing, and now most of the time I'm working on schoolwork, so it's more of a co-working session, not so much writing sprints. I mean, we're still sprinting, but I don't know. It feels like crashing someone's taco party by bringing a pizza. Discord. Ah. Devin comes in the night, the day, and always. Oh, okay, this is sounding familiar now. You say Devin's name 3 times. Okay, same username. No, that's not. It's not self-promoting if we ask, Melody. That is not. That is not the same thing. You should always tell me when you're streaming because I forget things. So, like, same with Grapefry. I completely lost track of what their schedule was, but they're going to be on tomorrow, 9:30 a.m., which is 3:30 my time. See, I need to remember these things because I'm old and my brain doesn't work. The guy with all the links. Okay. Yep. Now I'm I'm getting the references again, but I still don't think I've ever actually interacted with Devin. Yeah. Yeah, see, you're the same as me. We're both working on we're getting words in. Well, sometimes we're editing, but we're also just like it's not writing. You know? So I feel I just like calling it co-working or doing the productive self-care sprints. I really want to actually bring that back like once a month. Just do a productive self-care stream. Get a bunch of people on. We'll do face masks. We'll do face masks and take sprints to tidy up our offices. Sorry, something smells delicious downstairs and I don't know what it is. If you can't hype yourself, how are we gonna know you want hyped? Yes, exactly. I think that there used to be attempts like to get hype trains going in like Facebook groups, but I haven't been on Facebook in over a year, so I don't know. But there used to be an AuthorTube community on Facebook. Yeah, I'll join the Discord sometime and then never actually be there. But I join. Yeah. I got a Discord specifically for a book club and then realized I did not have time to participate in book club. And it's not even an intense book club. They're reading The Hobbit. Wait, or Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I catch the chats on YouTube the next day. Great discussions, by the way. Very in-depth. If you're a lit nerd and you're into Lord of the Rings, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Tidying sprints, yes. Yes. See, that's what I want to do. I want to have like me and like a couple other people. So if anyone would want to be up here with me, let me know. Because that I would totally be into. Like, not every stream, but like once a month. Once a month, we just do self-care sprints on a Sunday, And what smells so good? Potatoes, apparently. Potatoes smell so good. Now I'm hungry. Yeets. I am writing completely off Nano because I started reading and decided to expand. So I'm in boom rabbit hole. The writing rabbit holes are a very real threat. Self-care sprints. Okay, I'm going to pull up another timer because we're going to get another quickie in. I said quickie. Sorry, I'm secretly 10 years old. Or 90, one of the two. I'm going to set up another timer, but just real quick, while I've got you guys here, which would you rather do? Would you rather have a dedicated self-care sprint every stream or a dedicated self-care stream once a month? I am leaning towards the dedicated self-care stream because then you sort of are in the vibe and you're like, yes, this is what I'm here for, And we can talk about different things like self-care indulgences because I've done two before. The first one we ended up talking a lot about skincare, and the second one we ended up talking a lot about planners. And then we got in a whole diatribe about highlighters and pens and like stationery. But I mean, honestly, what do you expect from a bunch of writing nerds? Of course, we're going to have a whole conversation about stationery and to-do lists. Okay, we're getting votes. Writing Violet votes for a whole stream. Melody Relity votes for a whole stream. Okay, I might start doing that then. I might do that in May because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it. I got a new class starting and I got my experiment running and then I'm going to have... I did get a new hard drive though, just before I start the timer. I got a 5 terabyte hard drive and I'm very excited about it. I spent all of my last student aid money buying like grad school gifts for myself because I'm broke and I haven't been able to buy anything. So I got a 5 terabyte hard drive, which I will fill up, and these wireless headsets so I don't get my cord dragged through my lab samples. But anyways, let's try and get another 10 out of this, and we will discuss while we're sort of have you here, think about, like, what kind of things would you want to talk about on a self-care stream? Like light and fun, deep and meaningful, because there's a lot of stuff. I think it would be really cool to have one at some point that's like just straight up stretches and posture, in which case I would absolutely need to kidnap Austin because she is the queen goddess of stretching and posture. And would you stop making noise, chair? I'm talking to my office supplies. I'm losing my mind. But then the other one we could do like balancing, or we could do like tiny wins. Ooh, positive self-talk is a good one. Positive self-talk is a very powerful one. Plus, there's a John Green video about it. That's freaking hilarious. I'm going to end up on a whole rabbit hole with this. So, speaking of posture, do a little stretch. A little stretch. Make sure you don't become a keyboard gremlin. We're going to get some last things done. If this is going to be this is going to be my last sprint. So if this is going to be your last sprint of the day, think of the things that you want to just sort of tidy up so you can have them off your mind And if you're at a point where you want to stop, maybe take 10 minutes and do future you a favor. Like start getting lunch ready or breakfast or coffee or start a load of laundry or I put my socks away. I put my socks away. Or, check your inbox and maybe not get rid of everything, but maybe just go through ahead and delete the ones that you know are spam so it's less stressful to look at. Little favors for ourselves, okay? I love you all. Make sure you are drinking water, save as you go, and I will see you on the other side. Shush. I don't like it when they beep at me. Don't beep at me. Eh. Sorry, brain in thought things. Tell me how you did energy of activation. Measured in kilojoules. Oops. Can't spell joules right now. Even spell checks, like, nah, I got nothing for you. I got nothing for you. Oh, I like it when they're a softer end on the timers. But tell me how you did, because that way you can, get your brain out of the thought that it was having and into the thoughts that it's supposed to be having a lot smoother. My brain does not like buzzers. I missed some back chat back before we started. Paper and ink vessels could take days to properly discuss. You are absolutely right. It's funny because I'm creating a set of study tips for the nerdy nanny. I'm not using them right now because I'm not publishing right now. But one of the big things is kids do really well with different colored words, different colored pencils, but only if it's intentional. Like, do you remember when you had to learn the difference between verbs and nouns and you would underline verbs in one color and nouns in another color? You need to be consistent with that. So intentional use of color is great. So I've been talking with people about like what to use. Do you use a highlighter? Do you use this? Lately, I've really been on colored pencils because you can shade them and make them darker and make them pop more, but they're still the same color. I feel like that's a whole tangent we're going to end down. Anyways, Chunky Boy, yes, 5 terabytes. So excited about this guy. I will fill it up by the time I'm done with my first year of grad school, most likely. But, $100 a year for storage for a 5 terabyte hard drive. I think that's fine. Well, okay, it's like 150, but whatever. I'm not paying tuition, so I'll buy the expensive hard drives. Oh, starting my garden seed. So that is my self-care right now. I miss gardening. It's still we still are occasionally getting some sub-zero temperatures here. So the potted plants that we have, we're taking in and out depending on the temperature. So I don't want to plant anything yet because I don't think it's going to like that. But I have some cauliflower seeds and I've never grown cauliflower before, but I want to because I enjoy cauliflower. And also, it's kind of expensive here. Actually, most vegetables are kind of expensive here. Produce is not cheap, especially when you live in a bit of the world where they don't grow it. One thing we grow here are potatoes. Get kind of sick of potatoes. They do smell good, though. The timer visuals are a representation of all my brain cells at the moment. Just fluid chaos. Yeah, I feel that vibe. I really like, I've been listening to a lot of Spotify while I study lately. And I like the ones that there are playlists that actually have music videos sort of going in the background. They're not music videos. They're just clips on a loop. But there were a couple of like study and focus channels that had clips on a loop that were like fluid matrices, either spiral in or spiral out or drips or whatever, but they had them looped in such a way that it was like continuous motion. And I can just stare at that for like 20 minutes before I realize what I'm doing. So they're a little bit dangerous, but they're really great. They're really great. Okay, so I think that's gonna be the last. That's gonna be the last stream for me. I'm hoping you guys managed to get something out of that. Yes, visual stimuli. It's kind of like a visual ASMR, but not quite. It is great for focusing though. Too cold to put any plants out, but I'm starting them so I can put them out at the end of May. Okay, that makes sense. So you're literally starting from seeds. Yeah, you are starting from seeds. So that makes sense. Maybe I should go ahead and plant my seeds. I don't want to get my hands dirty though because it's cold. I'll probably suck it up and do it soon. Oh, okay, guys. Sorry, my brain's tapping out. It's already trying to do all of the many things. But Miss Grapefry is streaming tomorrow. Melody, did you ever tell us what your schedule is? When do you normally stream, or do you just go on the Twitch whenever you feel like? Because I would love to know when you're on the Twitch. The Twitch. Now I really sound old. Twitch. Melody. Load B. Ah, there's an elf. I think. Yep, undergrad dissertation. That's you. I found you. I found you on Twitch. My friend Doll made me an Iceland volcano time. I love it. Just watching yeah, you have a lava thing too. I think I'm probably gonna end up just making us like a baby animal clip timer. I've never made a timer before because I don't have the video editing software to do so. So I have to manually add the times, and that's annoying. But ow, that was my wrist. Lava. I like the ones that are lava lamps. There's no schedule, usually morning weekdays, aiming for 9 a.m., 11 a.m. Wait, what time zone are you in? Oh, you already said. BST. Okay. I have no idea what that is, my time. But yes. All right. I am going to go. I'm going to go turn my brain off for a little while. I'm going to eat my food and I'm going to sleep. And I will see you peoples next week. There's no webcam or microphone, it's just a timer and accountability. Oh, okay, so you're an hour off. So you're an hour behind me. It's 5 p.m. here. That means it's 4 p.m. there, which means that if you're normally at like 9 a.m., that's normally at like 10 a.m. See, I can do math. Uh-huh. I'm special. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna go to bed. And I will be here next week. And then the week after that is off. I'm gonna try to see if I can realistically keep streaming in May, but grad school is the priority. So if it becomes too much, I won't. But if I do manage to get that going, I will let you know because I will try to organize a productive self-care stream. And you will all be invited to indulge in the self-care and the productiveness. I'm just supporting each other because honestly, that's all we need right now. But I'm going to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and got the words, and I'll see you.